Ancient palm leaf manuscripts. Paper was invented in China in the 3rd century BCE. New techniques led to its increasing use, and by the 4th century, paper had replaced bamboo strips as standard material for writing in that country. Woodblock printing probably began during the rule of the Sui dynasty 581 to 618 CE and became popular during the Tang period 618 to 907 CE. In India, on the other hand, traditional writing materials and methods continued to be used for many centuries. Ancient Indian manuscripts were often made with palm leaves. Here is a description of how much manuscripts known as Talapatra in Sanskrit, Olai in Tamil, were usually made. The leaf used was either from the Talipat palm, Corypha umbroculifera tali in both Sanskrit and Tamil, or Palmyra palm. Boresius flabelliformis, Sanskrit Tala, Tamil Panai. The Talipat leaf is larger, thinner, and more flexible and durable than that of the Palmyra. Talipat leaves may measure about 19 into 8 to 9 centimeter and the Palmyra ones about 50 into 3 to 4 centimeter. The selected leaves were cut to the right shape and size. They were then pierced in one, two, or three places on the left, middle, and right top. A string was woven through these holes and then wound around the leaves. One end of the string was knotted or was tied to the small object, that is, a shell, wooden peg, or button, to prevent it from slipping out of the holes. The cover of the palm leaf manuscript was made of wood, dry palm petioles, or in the rare cases, ivory. The writer engraved letters on the leaf with a stylus, a pointed pen-like object. The leaf was then smeared with soot or powdered charcoal mixed with vegetable juice, or that the black mixture filled the grooves and the writing was easy to read. The letters ran parallel to the length of the leaves. In some cases where the leaf was very long or when the text was in words, the words were written in two or three columns. If there was a commentary, it was usually written above, below, and sometimes around the text. Page numbers are often given the right margin. Palm leaf manuscripts had to be stored very carefully as they were vulnerable to many natural hazards such as heat, insects, water, fungus, dust, and the fire, as well as the danger of destruction by human hands. Scribes kept the manuscript tradition alive by repeatedly making copies of old manuscripts. This vibrant tradition started declining around the 19th century with the coming of the printing press. There are special techniques for treating and preserving old palm leaf manuscripts. First, the manuscript is fumigated or treated with insecticides like thymol, chloramate solution, formaldehyde, phosphine gas, or ethylene oxide. The leaves are then cleaned using solvents such as water, detergents, or ethyl alcohol. Next, any split, broken, or damaged portion are repaired. This can be done using special thin paper and a water soluble mixture, including small quantities or polyvinyl acetate and methyl cellulose. Once the repairs are complete, the leaves are oiled to make them flexible and polished gently with a soft dry cloth. They can then be restrung with the covers attached. The repaired manuscript has to be stored carefully so that it is protected from any fresh damage. The discovery, preservation, and care of ancient manuscripts are crucial parts of the preservation of the historical heritage. There are thousands of old manuscripts in various parts of the subcontinent whose contents have not yet been studied or published. It is impossible to estimate just how many have been destroyed and how many are waiting to be discovered.